Okay, well, welcome to this video. So I'm going to show you how to be able to work on your programs, starting a profitable um, programming model tip. But I'm just going to take someone first. So I'm going to share everything with you now. Okay, let's kick start. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to be able to make use of some important tools as a beginner programmer or as an advanced programmer that have been in the programming or software engineer. I want to be able to show you how to be able to make use of some tools to give you a good working environment, and also things that will help you to become a professional, a pro software engineer, and also to be a good programmer, writing clean codes and writing them with ease, and that you can be able to save time and save energy and save resources also. So we're going to talk about basic 10 tools here that can help you to become an advanced programmer in 2023. Some of these tools are listed here. If you're a beginner, these tools are for beginners, advanced, and even if you are just starting out, these tools are very important to drive you all the way to become an advanced software engineer. So one of those tools here is GitHub. GitHub is a very powerful tool that can help you a lot in your learning environment. What I like about GitHub is that it is a platform that you can use. Let me just really go to GitHub here. There are a lot of free source code here on GitHub that could help you, that can help you start up your design. And one amazing about GitHub, these source code are absolutely free. They're absolutely free, and they are not code dependent. That is, they have on Python, CS, C++, PHP, all sort of code, and they are available for free. So that's one thing I love about GitHub. So GitHub offer these things that are open source, free source, so you can use them, you can import them, and it's very easy to make use of GitHub free codes that are made available there by a lot of developers. It's open source, so you can get this code for free and without paying anything for them. And even there are a lot of free open source software which APIs are made available on GitHub also. So it is a very good platform as a pro programmer for you to make use of it. You can see on this particular process access to developers, social network, so you can have a lot of access, build your portfolio with an unlimited number of project sites. So there are a lot of things you can do there. You can also, as a programmer, you can have time to have work with other codes, and also build your own repository, your own profile there. People can start knowing you more and more through that GitHub. But the downside of GitHub is that the paid plan is very expensive. It's very expensive though, but it was the investment. It was it. So it's worth it a lot, but it depends on what you want. And you can see here another thing again is Plasky. Yeah, okay, Plasky here. I see a good part of software that can help you maximize your learning ability. Also, Plasky is very good for. Well, I don't talk much about Plasky for now because I want to research. You can go to their website, you can get more updates on them. But I just want to talk about because of time of the video about VS Code. VS Code is an ideal development environment. Is very good, and for me I really love Visual Studio Code because it's free, and also it has a lot of extension that can help your code needs codes, and also a lot of things I love about VS Code because I've been using it for a while. I've tried other IDL also, but I really just love VS Code for many reasons, and it has a lot of artificial intelligence assistance, real-time collaboration, a lot more that you can get from VS Code. But it's not suitable for beginners in a way. But to me, I sincerely speaking, I think beginners can work with it, but not that suitable though. But beginners can work with it. but I like using on the Windows version, the macOS version. These are very good versions. But on the Android phone and iOS, I've not tried that before. But since they said I've not tried it though. But it's also good. But I've tried on the Windows and it's very work perfectly. And I believe for my recommendation for beginners, VS Code is the software you should go for. Yes, VS Code is one must get software, must get idea that will help you code. I've seen Eclipse and other also, but I just really feel more comfortable working with VS Code for many reasons. So as a beginner programmer who want to learn programming, you must you can I suggest you work with VS Code. It's very important. VS Code helps you to save a lot of time in their code structure and everything about them. So I'll create another video to talk more on VS Code. I'm going to create another video to dissect everything and need to know about VS Code. VS Code is a very powerful software, and I really like using it because it's for the test code arrangement, code linking, and a lot more. And also it has a lot of multiple free extensions that you can use to extend the functionality of the basic installation of the software VS Code. So VS Code and is very powerful, and it's owned by Microsoft, and it's very powerful software. You can code on PHP, you can code on HTML, a lot more programming language just with this particular IDE. So it's very powerful. So I want to talk about again also is Bootstrap. I know many of you have heard about Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a very another good thing again which I've seen that has helped programmers not to be able to write a lot of code here and there. So it's very important for front end web design. Just like you coding on front web design, you have to code HTML, CSS, and maybe JavaScript also. But Bootstrap has been able to bring all these things together. So it's a CSS framework that's able to make it easy that you can just call on classes and everything will be made so easily. So you don't have to be writing CSS code from scratch again as you have to do, but you can just use it to bring out real time a lot of things. And one thing it has a real made template, a lot of templates and Bootstrap. So let me just visit the Bootstrap website and see. Let me talk a little more about them, about this particular. It helps a lot. I've tried it, used it a lot of times, and it saves time. One thing about these things, they save time as a programmer coming up. And also you can not only save time, you can use this Bootstrap's template to learn, to open your mind to learning. So you can get the template, look at the code structures and everything about the code. It can help you open up your mind to a lot of things. So you can see it's a Bootstrap website, so it's very powerful. I've used it a couple of times and you can easily start designing. You can select some example of the template. So if you are a beginner, you are not using Bootstrap, I think you are losing a lot. So considering making use of Bootstrap, there are a lot of free, you can see here, amazing template. For instance, an admin dashboard, very good looking, the interface and everything. You can see here this is a booking, multi-purpose booking and the directory team. You can see how very okay, but those some are paid, but there's some free versions also. So you can see here, you can see very good things. So you can get these, and as a beginner you have to invest in things like this. You can get it, look at the code structure. Might not be for you building a particular website or building a particular blog or application, but when you get the codes and you get the template, you can look at the code structure to improve your skill. So that's one thing I recommend also. And Bootstrap save a lot of time. So as you begin to grow, I advise that you don't build your base around Bootstrap. Yes, you don't build your base around Bootstrap as a beginner. Learn, you can use it to learn so that you understand the coding structure, and as you grow advanced, you cannot be using Bootstrap. But when you build your base around things like Bootstrap template, you will not be professional. So for you to become a professional, you must learn from scratch. Don't build your own learning skills around templates. So when using template is good, but don't build around your full software engineering skill around templates. A lot of people, they say they're software engineers, but the only thing they work with is template. They don't have knowledge of coding from scratch, and that is it's not right at all. So You can use templates when you are learning to save time when you have a project from a client, and you can use get template and easily middle with times and you are done with what you're doing. But don't build your software engineering goal or coding skill around using template only. That will restrict your functionality and restrict the things you can be able to do from able to achieve. So Bootstrap is a very good recommendation that every beginner software engineer programmer must give attention to. Is very important, and it's very important because it saves time, it saves money, and it saves a lot of things. So that's one thing. Bootstrap something you must learn. Also, it saves a lot of things, and it's very powerful. So I don't want to talk about Azure for now. I'll create another video, but that is a very powerful software also that can help you. So but let's not talk about that for now. So Pomper, I won't talk about this also for now. I'll create a video on that also. Linux, okay, I'll talk about that also on the video. I want to create separate video for these ones that will give a perfect explanation on them. So just stay tuned on the next video. I just want to make a preview of what some software we're talking about that can help you become a pro. So but for me, this if you're a beginner, I want you, one of the skills I want programming language I want everybody to learn in 2023 is Python, because Python is a very good programming language that is becoming so. Let's just see on Google and see something. I just want to show you something. Python is a very good programming language which I personally recommend that every beginner programmer must learn. They should try and learn. Python is very okay, and let's say Python. Let's see. Okay, let me see picture. Okay, let's say something like Python in 2030. Okay, let's see what happens. Yes, just like a preview. So I see Java is okay for that also, but let's not get. Okay, let's see what. Yes, Python is Python still in demand? Said yes, Python is a programming language worth learning in 2023. So Python, for me, sincerely speaking from my own research, Python is a great programming language to learn in 2023. So if you are thinking of programming language to learn in 2023, to learn good jobs, to learn for the future also, and for the future of AI most important, because we can see technology is drifting into AI. So and Python is a very good programming language to learn for that in that aspect. So I recommend as a programmer going to programming, Python is a good programming language to consider. Python is a good programming language to consider. So in 2023, Python is a good programming to consider. So I want you to give attention to it also, and also yeah, it has a good pay. It has a good plan. One thing about programming language which I talk about, it's not all about the pay, but it's about the future. What do you hold about the future? Because if you learn the programming language today, maybe in the future, in a year, 10 years to come, that programming language it will not be relevant anymore. That means you are just wasting your time. So when picking a language to learn, you must ask yourself, what is the future of this language? Within the next 10 years, will this language be still relevant? Is it extendable? Can I be able to still make use of it, or the sequences which I've gotten from this particular programming language in the nearest future? So there are some things you must consider when getting a programming language to learn, because if you don't consider this, if you just look at about the current pay now, a time might come whereby something that has left that particular way can come into place, and that programming language will become of less effective and less in demand. The demand rate will reduce. So the question must ask, in the next 10 years, next 5 years, will this language still be in demand, in high demand? So that's some things you must consider. So but for Python, from what I've seen, analyzed online and gathered personal information, I've seen that Python is the programming language to learn today because it has a future. Yes, it has a future. It has a future. So just keep, especially with the increase in the demand for AI structures. So it is very good, and most importantly, Python has a lot of good packages that can help you improve your skills. So these are very important. Python is a very good programming language to learn 23, and I'll create a personal video on Python. If you want to learn Python from scratch, I'm going to create a video on a full tutorial on Python, so just stay tuned. But I just wanted to make a preview of some things as a programmer you must get. These are very important for you to be able to speed up your skills, speed up your learning ability. And also I also recommend getting source code. Not because source code help you to able to understand the structures of coding, but if you are a beginner, a clear beginner, you have no knowledge about programming, I recommend W3 School. Start with W3 School. The W3 School is a very good programming school also. W3 School, and it's absolutely, they provide their content for free. You can see here, they have an app on Google Play Store, they have an app on App Store, you can see their website, you can get them on Google also. Anyway, they are very powerful. It's a very good, powerful applications and website where you can learn all types of code. You can see here this is a Python. So you can see here there are a lot of things here. The Python open source framework. So you can see the Python framework is young. So you can see here there are a lot of powerful free coding class. So if you are a beginner, you have no knowledge of coding at all, you can come here and learn for free. You can see here, one thing I recommend, and this is what W3 School have done here. I recommend you start from HTML, progress to CSS, JavaScript, and SQL. And okay, for that you might like that, but you can still learn it. It's okay, and still, so you can move to Python. I really like the way, but I really prefer recommend learning PHP maybe before this Python. It depends on you. So I want you can come here. If you have no knowledge about coding at all, you have no understanding about coding, W3 School is a very good platform for you to start. Yes, W3 School, they are good. Everything is absolutely free, good content, and I recommend them for your learning. So if you've just started learning programming, or you have no basic understanding, no knowledge on programming, download. If you have an Android phone, you can download W3 School. And if you have you can also download what is called SoloLearn on your Android phone. It's a very good platform also, SoloLearn. Let me just show you SoloLearn. It's a good platform to also learn programming if you are a beginner. So I'm just showing some things that can help you improve as a okay. SoloLearn here, they are still okay. It's very good. It's a good platform that can help you to start your coding journey. It's very important also, and it's absolutely free. So you can consider signing up also. And but there's a paid version also for this SoloLearn. So but the free version could help you learn a lot also, about the basics of Python and other programming language. And as one thing I like about SoloLearn also is that every learning sequence has a question area that you can ask, and also most importantly, you have a lot of source codes that are being coded by their students and other professionals, so you can use the source code to have a basic understanding of the structure of codes, and which will improve your learning ability. Like I always make a reference to this because it's very important. That was what helped me. Give attention to template, give attention to source code. As you learn, try to don't learn by just reading, learn by example. So as you learn, take an example, work with it, and it will help you improve. So I recommend W3 School for a beginner and SoloLearn. So W3 School and SoloLearn, you can get it in an Android phone, you can get it in a PC, you can get it anywhere, and you can start learning. And I recommend, if you're an absolute beginner, you can start learning HTML and understand the structures of code. And W3 School it gives a full introduction to everything. And they have one thing amazing I like about W3 School also is that they have a free you can see here a free code editor that you can use to test them to run the code by yourself. So you can see here, when you run the code, it will just display here, so you can make changes and it displays. You can, for instance, if I change the elder now to 6, okay, let me make 5, and I click on run. Sorry, I made a mistake. So I click on run. You can see the test has gone down. So you can code here CSS, HTML, and you can see they have a lot of phrase. That's one thing I like about the Ability School. So you don't need to, maybe you don't have a laptop, or you have a laptop, which I recommend also. Make sure you have a laptop, and even though you don't have, you can start learning until you get one from your phone. So these are the basic things you need to know. I just want to recommend as a beginner, start with this. And also I recommend you learn jQuery, but it might not be that in demand these days, but it's still a good programming. It's a good query language to learn now. It's good. It's framework, so you can just give attention to the React. I love React. React is a good one. I call it evergreen. So just give attention to stuff like this. And thank you very much for watching this video, and wait to see your next video. So I know I'll be creating a video on each programming language, and I'll be talking more on Python. Yes, Python. I'll be talking about more Python. So if you're a beginner, but I will be creating a particular video series for beginners who don't have knowledge about programming, coding anyways. I'm going to teach you to become a software engineer, to start developing apps, mobile apps, website, and all other desktop apps. So thank you very much.